right, we're back with Mia, our intrepid Sanctuary Hills resident. She's not going to be doing a whole lot of adventuring because this is Never Leave Sanctuary playthrough, and yeah. So basically, what Mia needs to do is kind of build up her settlement here. And so far so good. I mean, we have what do we have here? Just a quick recap. We have a small generator here with powering up our beacon, which is attracting settlers. And at this point in time on day 10, we have, or should I say on day 9, at the end of day 9, we had 6 settlers. And it looks like, yeah, okay, we still have 6 settlers. We have 1 person assigned to food, 3 to defense, and 2 are scavengers. So those people are all working hard to make the settlement work. We have a absolutely stunning, beautiful day here in Sanctuary. And we're going to see what other kinds of improvements we can bring to the settlement. I'd like to see some resources to be able to build some of these things. That would be extremely useful. Because as I mentioned in the last episode, there are videos that people have produced about how settlement attacks work, and it seems to be basically an equation based on your food and water production versus the amount of defense statistics you have. So right now I have a very large imbalance of oh wow, who opened the door? Weren't me. Yeah, so I have a very large imbalance of food and water versus defense. So I have to, I'd like to think I can, work on addressing that. But having said that, I mean, there's only so much I can do with the resources I have, right? So we have to work within those limitations, pretty much. So, if I bring this out here, it's going to be at the middle of the street. I don't want to do that. I don't want to clutter up the street too much. I mean, people have to come and go here to some extent. So, yeah, let's not clutter up. It's funny you don't fall through the holes here, eh? I suppose if this was realistic, you would fall through the holes, but it's not part of the plan right now. You can just come up on the roof here and take a look around. My goodness, what a beautiful day. Sun shining, hey? Very few clouds. Looks like very little wind. In the northeast, in is this Halloween? Oh. Is it? Oh no, it's November 1st. Halloween was the previous day. All right. I didn't even notice if there was any decorations out. I didn't put any out, so of course the big calamity, the war happened right around Halloween time, so a lot of people had decorations on their houses, and you can see them if you walk around. You'll see like the cats and the witches and stuff like that, and the pumpkins all over the place, the little plastic pumpkins. Of course, plastic pumpkins you can take, right? You can use, right? So yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. Yeah, what do I got here? I got a gate, got some fence. So I don't feel all good, neighbor. I hear you. That's where Skinny Malone is from. Skinny Malone, yeah. Nasty piece of work there. Now, okay, you're thinking, why did you put a veranda or a deck here in front with all these bushes that you can't remove? Well, that's a good question. And probably deserves an answer. I at some point I'm probably going to put some of those chairs in there, like those over there, or something like that. Put them in here. I mean, you can put a chair here, right, and have somebody kind of sitting here, right? There's a lot of things you can do. So here's a Halloween decoration, and you can't remove that. This house may have a few others inside. There's something on the window there, but I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it says Happy Halloween or something. No, it just says Halloween. Okay. So yeah, that's pre-war stuff, basically. I did want to remove that. We don't need that. But these people certainly... Oh, look at that. You can remove these lights. You can certainly... Where's I going with this? These people... Yeah, anyway. These people certainly have a nice roof over their heads now, for sure. Look at that, eh? That's just awesome. They certainly can't complain about this house, I think. I mean, yeah, sure, okay, some of the walls are suspect. They have holes. But, I mean, all in all, really, not really a whole lot of room for complaining here, I don't think. But let's see if we can slide that right into the corner here, as far as we can get into the corner, and perhaps outfit this this room with a toilet and a sink. Toilet. Nice, beautiful stainless steel toilet. Sink on the other side. How about we center that nicely right there, eh? Almost. It's hard, eh? It's hard to put it in right. Especially when it rises up like that when you're going to put it in. Okay, so that right about there looks good to me. It almost looks real. So this is going to be a bedroom, undoubtedly. We got this gap here, but you know, that's a pretty easy fix, right? You just kind of throw a painting up here and you're done, right? Basically. So just like that. I mean, okay, it's kind of glitched into the board there, but at least the hole's not there anymore. And this thing, we'll do the same thing over here. We'll put a painting here. Hopefully we can fit one there. Like this. And then we can do this. That leaving too much of a gap. Not a serious gap, is it? I mean, there's a little tiny gap there, right? But generally, it's not so bad. Can we even fit a bed there, I wonder? sure that we could fit a sleeping bag on the floor, but I mean, who wants to sleep on a sleeping bag, right? Now, again, I'm not sure what side these people climb in on the bed. I mean, I don't know if it matters or not, but right there. And then we'll put another one here. So we got loads of beds. I think we got enough power for everybody. We have certainly got enough water. Food, like I said, as soon as we get the next settler in, we'll assign it to food. That will kind of temporarily at least resolve that particular conundrum. But I'm just kind of wondering why my plants aren't growing here. It's been a few days and nothing seems to want to sprout and bloom and, you know, and be ready to harvest. I'm really hoping some of my new settlers bring in some good plants that I can actually use, like corn and mute fruit. And I think I've looked at all my settlers to yeah, squirrel bits. So you're a scavenger. Well, you wouldn't be alive right now if I was. Pretty sure. So that's 2. So here's something sinister that people have been talking about during this playthrough. So to encourage new settlers to move into your settlement, what you can do is sort of bump off existing settlers. I'm not sure how well that works, if it works. I may attempt that at some point, just to kind of, you know, see if it works. It wouldn't be my preferred MO, obviously, but I mean, we have to progress the role play here, and it's just probably going to have to be one of the things I might end up having to do. I don't know yet. See, maybe. Like I said, it obviously wouldn't be my preferred MO, but I mean, we'll do what we have to do, right? To progress this adventure of ours. So what do we got? All right, I'm just going to do a quick save, and then I'm going to take a quick inventory here. Weapons. Got 2 grenades. I think I found that in the mailbox by the bridge. One of my settlers might have had one, I'm not sure. Let's see, weapons. Pipe pistol, 10mm. Switchblade. Apparel. I got my Vault 111 jumpsuit. See, this thing is giving me 5 electromagnetic resistance. I'm much better off in this thing, radiation-wise anyway. But that's about it. That's all we got. 2 purified water. Oh yeah, that's something I want to check. So I got a really heavy-duty purifier down there now. But what you do is you come to your workshop, press the transfer, and you cycle over to the aid. And oh yeah, baby. So there you go, 27 purified water. Boom. Awesome. Ammo, junk, empty milk bottles, glass. That's good for those building parts I was talking about in an earlier episode. Miscellaneous. Aid, I haven't got a lot to speak of. Though, like I said, the purified water is going into this cooler right here. and I'll put everything but 2 in there just for shits and giggles. And I have 33, which is like 600 caps. These things here, which will, as soon as I get a chance to sell those 4 caps, I'm going to try to take advantage of that, because I'll be able to buy other things that I need, such as that clothing stand. I'm just thinking, the only thing I'm short of to get that is the money, right? Let's see, all the way over here. Yeah, I'm only short the money. See? Oh, actually, no. I need local leader rank 2 as well. So I need to do 2. There's 2 things I need to do here. One is ramp up my financial intake, and the other is to ramp up my XP increases. So I need to build more, I guess. Is probably the bottom line. Still got 6 people, so that's okay. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just curious. I came over here for a reason. I wanted to see if there was anything here in terms of clothing that would give me added charisma, and I see it right now. There's one here. Oh no, that's persuasion, or perception, sorry. Perception? I thought there was a pair of glasses that give you added charisma. But, oh, okay, whatever. There is this thing here. The laundered blue dress will give you 2 charisma, as well as the summer shorts. Oh, the sweater vest and slacks does it too. Well. Okay. All right. So likely, what I'll do is I'll put on the. I'll put on this dress because you know, I am a female, right? So I'll put on that dress when I go to the vendor, such that I can get a better deal. This charisma basically increases your bargaining power, strangely. Well, I guess it's not really all that strange though. Charisma, when you think about it. So when the previous episode, when I fixed this picket fence here in front of the veranda, what do we call this? That did not give me any XP because I did not build anything. All I did was move stuff around. Actually, I did build some things. These panels here on the floor are built, but you know, for the sake of 5 panels, that's not going to give me much XP, right? And a couple of posts. So what I need to do if I'm going to gain XP is I need to actually build something. So what I'm going to do is build something in here and try to use as many things from the build menu that I can. Because hang on now. What am I standing at now? I'm almost at level 5. So the next thing I want to get, and I have charisma 6, so I will get local leader level 1, and then I'll, well, actually, let's see, if I press the alt button, I need level 14 for being able to build stores and workstations. So yeah, that's a long ways off. That would be 9 more levels. Wow, I'll need to build a whole lot more. Okay. Okay, well, that's that. I mean, I'll get the first level anyway, and then we'll go from there, right? I mean, one step at a time, right? That's all you can do. So let's back out of this. Let's get to that level 5 by building a little bit here. I'm going to start with putting some roof on this thing. So I need a couple of corners down here. Now I have no idea how quickly the XP will accumulate on this. You hear the cha-ching for 4 XP each time, and there's a radiation storm coming, so I'm not exactly sure. There we go, leveled up. All right, so I'm not exactly sure how sheltered I need to be not to be affected by radiation. I'm just going to do a quick save. And see a little blue and red bar on the bottom left there. If the red starts to creep over to the left, you'll know that I'm being affected by radiation. Oh, it tells you. Okay, rads. Yeah, I have some. Let me double check that. I think I have some radaway. Yeah, okay. So this radaway will eliminate that radiation. But I have to keep an eye on it. I mean, it'll kill you, right, if it goes over all the way. So yeah. So all right. So I said we're going to go for local leader rank 1, and basically that will get us on the road to being able to build workshops and what did they say? You can build stores and workstations. Okay. So that's the idea there. Up until then, I guess we can work on some of the other perks, like the scrapper, the finding things, that kind of perk, right? So let's continue this build here. May as well, right? Because that appears to be the only way I'm going to gain any XP at this point. I think I had this kind of floor down here. So we'll just continue putting floor. Whoops, that's not at all what I wanted to do. That. Now, if I push that out any further, it's going to be beyond the platform. So that's fine. Right there is fine. I think I'm going to turn this into a restaurant / store at some point. So what I'm going to do is put in a windowed frontage like this, which will kind of be slightly more, I think, slightly more attractive on the outside. Now my step is here in the middle, so I will I'll put a door down here, or at least a doorway, and then we can close off that roof there. I'm going to use the warehouse roof to do that, since that's what I started with. Put it in this corner there. Now, there's going to be a gap on top here in the middle. So I'm just going to put flat pieces up here for now. Don't need to get too fancy. Just need to kind of close it off a little bit. So what I can do here, what I have a tendency to do here, is to kind of partition this off a little bit. So what's going to happen here is that on the left here is going to be the restaurant, and I do that by getting some partition here like that. Actually, you know what? I will not partition the front of it like this. What I'm going to do is eventually there's going to be a restaurant or some kind of workstation there that people will somebody will man. So that person, his quarters or her quarters, will be back here, and the clothing stand, the first stand I'm going to put in, is going to be right over here. So that person's quarters will be in that corner. So I'm going to have like a door to their quarters, a door to their quarters. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put, you know what, I'm going to put a bathroom in here too. But it's going to be like a single unisex kind of bathroom. So, yep. Settlers absolutely don't care, and I know that, but okay, so I need the other piece here. And then the same piece over here. Again, I need this flat piece here. Hopefully it'll work. Come on, snap in. Snaps in there. Snap in here. Not entirely sure about that. I'm not all that concerned about aesthetics here. It's not a major concern. It sure would be nice if things would kind of snap in where you like that, where you kind of expect them to. But you know what? I'm not all that devastated about it. All right, so in between, so the door is there. I want to kind of put a separation between these two units, the restaurant and the clothing place. I don't know that I want to make a partition up to the roof, but I'm thinking I want to put something up here. Thing is that when you start putting these walls up, and then you want to put new walls up like this, they don't always snap where you hope or expect or whatever. So that just snapped here, I think. I think that snapped right there. That's not where I want it. So what I'm probably going to need to do is, see, can I make that snap there? It won't snap there at all. Okay. What over here? Snap there either. This again, this is not where I want it. I want her to be able to path into her room like this. So basically, this is the kind of separation I'm looking to get here, like that. All right. So now the clothing stand will be over here, and she will have like a couple of mannequins in here with clothing on them, and a desk probably over here where we'll have some yarn and other things that show that that's her work area. And over here we're going to have, well, let me just put them in now. Let's see how much XP I get for them. So I'm going to put in diner chairs in here. That's generally what I use in the restaurant kind of area. So this is the part against the wall with the post here. So I squeeze that as much as I can in here, such that I can fit as many more as I can along the wall here. That. Can I get one more in there? Do I want to get one more? And I think I can. It's actually too close to the wall. So they're slanting into the wall. See how that's going into the wall. So I need to kind of move this in just a touch like that. Turn it a little bit, and this point. They all snap together like that, see? It's very nice. At this point I may be able to get a fourth one in here. So there's my restaurant. At least the seating area of my restaurant. The restaurant person will likely have a booth or stand or something. I may have to get rid of these walls. because the restaurant person will probably be like across here. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, I'm just so my radiation did increase a little bit, I think. For now, I want to see halfway into level 5. I mean, halfway into level 6. So that's okay. That's promising. And we have a building somewhat complete. Something else I wanted to try was the wire glitch, which basically allows you to wire up your settlement and hide your wires as you're doing it. This thing is actually pumping up water, right? Yeah, it looks like it. So, okay, this only produces 5. Was I able to make a bigger one? No. Okay, I need nuclear material for that. I need 3 and I have 1. Same thing with this. I need a bunch for that one. This is the best one, obviously. Or at this point, right? Until you actually investigate other possibilities. Huh. This is kind of, I always like these, but they kind of they take up a lot of space and they don't produce a whole lot of energy. So in my opinion, this is probably the best one at this point. Now I'm just wondering if we can put up another water purifier. That is really tempting. So let's just assume that I want to put up another water purifier here. And I need another one of these to power it. And then, now can I do it? Oh my. Okay. Well, this really increases our income potential. So we'll wire these up. And now I have 86 water coming in every cycle. Now, see, the worst thing about that, and I've mentioned this before, the absolute worst thing about that is that this really paints a large target on us in terms of being attacked, right? And I mean, that's just the nature of the game, right? If you increase your resource production, you increase your chances of being attacked for those resources. So hopefully my settlers will defend the settlement with their lives. I don't think the NPCs die, but attackers will certainly do some damage. And I'm kind of concerned about the water tanks down there, the water purifiers. They'll probably head straight for that and try to beat them up, and then I gotta fix them. And if I don't have the resources, I can't fix them, and then it's a vicious circle. Get the resources, blah blah blah, fix the thing, and so on. All right, so it's getting later on in the afternoon. I think the sun is over there, so it's probably 5 or 6 o'clock. Just about 5. Okay, good. That's what I thought. There's the sun. There's our scrappers. Working hard. Working hard, buddy. I want that cat. Actually, you know what I do want? I want your armor. Sorry, but yeah. I'm gonna need that more than you, pal. So, okay. Can I just put this on right over my greaser jeans and jacket? I can't. Can I put it on over the dress? Yes. Huh. Dress doesn't do anything for me defense-wise, though. Right, let's just, oh, look. What else was I saying in here would potentially give me some defense? Damage resist 0. Harness. Damage resist 1. Road leathers. Damage resist 2. You know my best bet is the vault suit, really. Okay, let's take a look at something here. This is where you find out what defense you have, personal defense. And right now I have 12 damage and 6 electromagnetic damage resist. So if I put on my vault suit, it's the same, right? If I put on my vault suit, I should get an additional electromagnetic and radiation damage resist. Correct? Yep, 12 stayed the same, but the second and third items here jumped to 11 and 10. And the 12 is really all that is the leather right arm, the leather left arm. See? Oh, I'm not sure where they get 12 out of that. Oh, I see. I think it's here. 10 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay. Fair enough. We'll go with that. For now, that's my best option in terms of personal defense. So we'll take it and run. All right. So on day 10, I think this is day 10. We built out the restaurant and what will eventually be the restaurant and clothing shop over there on the east side. And we haven't quite gotten to the next level here. Got about halfway. So if I do that again on another platform, there's a good chance that I'm going to level up. So I will pencil in this platform for these two shops here. So we have an armor stand and a weapon stand. So the only other thing that I will need to factor in will be the, you know what, maybe I'll put the trading stand and the clinic in here instead, and put the armor and weapons over there on that platform. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So yeah, okay, well yeah, let's start at the beginning here and work our way up, right? That's how it generally works here. So I'll put a piece of this down right here. Just has a solid base to build my walls around. And kind of sort of just wondering if that's straight or more or less straight. I think it needs to come this way a bit. That might work. I think it might be a little crooked though. Let's just straighten it out just a little smidgen like that. And let's ride this over this way to see how straight we are. I suspect we're not all that straight, but we can fix it, right? So that's all that I'm putting here is 3 pieces again. I could extend it out the back. It's crooked. Like I said, I'm not doing, you know, this is not a perfection thing for sure, but I'd like to kind of just so, right? God, I sound like the friendly giant. Let's put this chair here. And, many of you will not know what I'm talking about, of course. I'm not sure if that was a Canadian show or not, but in any case, yeah, that was part of his spiel at the beginning of his show. He was setting up the quarters for his. Oh no! What's going on? What's going on? Let's see. What if I try to put this? Let's see. Okay, that will work. So I'm just pushing this platform back to the end here, back past the edge of this existing platform, but I'm using the concrete so that it, you know, kind of matches what's there already. And these will act as the quarters, the bedrooms for the settlers that will eventually man these stations. So again, we're into the barn walls. Around the back. Ching, ching, ching. Good to hear, good to hear. Yeah, and I think from here on out, it's all windowed pieces. And I think I'm going to move this over by the restaurant. Although I may have a bar here or something like that. That might be kind of nice, you know. And let's see. So here, what I need is now there's all shapes and sizes of ceiling or roof, but there's not an inside corner thing. So I don't think there's one of those on any of the build platforms here. So what I tend to do if I have a piece like this is I tend to put like two of these on the end like this, one on either side, and then the rest of my roof can be kind of more or less standard corners on the corners. It doesn't look exactly, you know, like you would think a roof should look like. I mean, let's just go over here and, you know, this part looks fine, but this part looks like it kind of stands off. You know, it doesn't look like it fits there kind of thing. You know, it's just like a roof on its own. But I mean, it is a roof, and apparently, I was saying earlier about the attack statistics on settlements, and people have also done videos about how it is you should outfit your buildings such that your settlers will actually have a roof over their heads. And I guess the idea behind that is that they need a roof over their head to keep them dry or something like that. Basically, it's not an aesthetic thing. They actually, you see the statistics on the far right there, the happiness. So that affects happiness in your settlement. So yeah, you are best practice is to make sure your settlers have a roof over their head. I'm running out of glass here. I got 3 pieces I can put in. 1. What's going in here? The store and the clinic. Okay. So I think my store can have glass like this. Clinic, however. Oh, what just happened there? Oh, did not snap where I wanted it. Okay, so now I'm out of glass, basically. The clinic will have just, unless I can find more glass somehow, someone bringing in Coca-Cola bottles or whatever, clinic will have solid walls. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Perhaps there will be a bed in there for convalescents, people recovering and stuff. So it's probably best that they didn't have too much light to interfere with their sleep. So I'm wondering how close I am to leveling up here. I'm half expecting to hear that chirp. Yeah. So this will be the store and clinic, and back there we'll have the quarters for these 2 individuals. And let's see, doesn't matter which way the wall points, I guess. They're not going to carry the way, are they? Probably not. So there's 1 quarters, and this is not going to snap there, obviously. It's just like an outside corner. But this will snap here. So we will do that, and okay, so we're going to have to do this too. That there, that there. Not going to snap there at all? Yeah. All right. So now we have the store. It's going to be in here. And the clinic is going to be over here. And we'll have the doctor's quarters in here. We'll probably close this off, smite more. Let's see that now. Don't have enough glass to do that stuff, but I can certainly do this. That will, I could put a doorway there, I guess. You know what, that's okay like that. It's quarters, right? It's not, it's not a vault. Not putting any dangerous or secret in there. It's just person's quarters. All right, let's see. It's starting to get late. Let's try to finish plugging up some of the gaps here. And, okay, that one does not need to be. This one does. And it's the other piece I need. It's this one. Right? Because obviously this one you can't plug. I could have put the pieces with the 2 closed parts and see if they would fit back to back, but you know what? I didn't. I'll change that eventually if I want to change how that thing is. So let's do a quick save and see where I am for I think maybe 1 more object will get me to level 6. Let's see. Didn't notice if I had an extra settler, and I don't. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so they can path right into here. Alrighty. So now we got room for the store, the clinic, the restaurant, and the clothing shop. The gun shop and the armor shop will be down there on that platform. So now, I will, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to place a couple of pieces of conduit, because eventually I'm going to wire this place up. That's probably going to put me over the top for XP. Just going to do that here, just to, there it is. Because eventually I'm going to wire up these buildings, put a little bit of light in them and stuff. Alright, so let's go and send Aya up for her nap. How we looking for time? It is 10 p.m. almost. So it's time, pretty much, right? I think we did a pretty good day's work here. Yeah. Yeah, so day 10, we finished up building the restaurant and clothing store and the trader and clinic buildings. Now, I've seen other playthroughs of Neverleaf Sanctuary, and you know, you can be very minimalistic about all this, but I mean, I think the bottom line is that you want to level up to the extent that what the heck? We got a cow amongst our midst. Is that a new settler? Yes, she assigned herself to food. That is absolutely awesome. We got a cow. I think we can milk this thing. I'm not sure, but unassigned Brahmin. Alright, so you follow me. So there's something I can put down for this thing. And it's called a trough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back here near the farm so that you can provide. You come over here where you're not going to be like underfoot all day long, every day. So that trough will attract that cow. It will actually, see, it turned towards it already. It knows that the trough is there, kind of thing. All right, so we got a 7th settler. We're short on defense now. On the next day, I will hit her up for her goods. And see what I can, see what she brought in with her, and we will also level up. Not sure what. Let's see, we're 53 minutes in, 54 minutes into this video, so I'm going to end it here. But I will level up, and I will talk to that new settler to see what she brought in. And I will think about what I was talking about earlier. I won't mention it again at this point because I don't want to, you know, that's not my style. But suffice to say that I'm thinking about it right now. But we'll see how that goes. Like the person that I heard mention that was because the thing is that, like I said, your settlers bring stuff in. So if you do that, then you're going to get new settlers. They'll bring new things in, and then anyway, that's a cycle. But for now, we'll just call it. That's the end of day 10, November 1st, 2287, and thanks again for watching. I really appreciate your time, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Cheers.